Good evening, Internet. Stream here, and last time I played a Sultai creature feature deck where every non-land card in the deck was a creature, and it was really fun, and I thought there was good potential there, so I'm trying it again, but this time instead of Sultai, we're running Abzan. Let's take a look. So we are in Abzan. Really, this is more of a mid-rangey to aggro deck than a control deck. We're doing a lot of the same things that our Sultai version of this deck did. Namely, we are looking to interact with creatures. So we have the same core of first mana fixing and ramp. We've got our Intrepid Paleontologists here, which are just really cool mana fixers. They tap for any color of mana. They're 2/2s. They also, for 2 mana, can just exile cards from a graveyard, any graveyard, so the repeatable graveyard hate on a 2/2 body. This is the kind of card that we're looking for in this deck. We want all of our creatures to be creatures so they can attack, as we interact with the board. And that's the other key thing, is we want them to have some sort of interactive value. We also, as a remnant of the Sultai version, have our discard package, which is Deep-Cavern Bats and Thought-Stalker Warlocks. They dovetail very nicely into each other. A bat enables the Warlock to go into Thoughtseize mode. And we have the same creature removal sort of that we did in the Sultai version in the Gatekeepers of Malakir that we have 4 of, which we can kick in order to make our opponents sacrifice their creatures. Now, we have swapped out the blue from our Sultai version for white, and the big piece that we lose is Floodpits Drowner, I think, which is a very good card for a deck like this, but the white pieces that we gain, I think, are just amazing. Starting with Veteran Survivor, so he now run a very aggressive 1-drop, which is the thing I really liked. I thought the Sultai version of the deck was a little too slow, a little too difficult to put aggression on the table. We now have access to this, Savannah Lion, but it's also Graveyard Hate. It can become a 5/4 hexproof creature if it gets going, so I do like the fact that we can play like a 2 power attacker on turn 1 now. Of course, we also gain access to Voice of Victory, which is just, this card is just so good. It's so good against so many different matchups. It's a nightmare for control decks to deal with. It's a nightmare for combo-y decks to deal with. It's just a great white 2-drop that is worthy of inclusion in any white deck in Standard. Another really important piece that we gain access to is Ademi of the Silkchutes. I just really like this card in creature-heavy white decks. It's 2 mana for a 3/2 flash. You can pay 1 to give it flying to the end of the turn, but most importantly, you can pay 1 and sack it to give creatures we control hexproof and indestructible till the end of the turn. So this is something we lacked in the Sultai version, is protection against sweepers. We now, for 3 mana at flash speed, can flash in Ademi to give us protection against a sweeper, or if it's already on the battlefield, we can just spend a single mana to do Heroic Intervention on a stick, just make our entire board immune from the sweeper so that we can continue attacking for the win. Now, losing the Floodpits Drowner, of course, does make our tempo a little worse. We're trying to compensate a little bit in the form of Sterling Keykeeper, which is a common. It's one of these common tapper guys. Just a 2/2 that you can tap him and spend 2 mana to tap down a creature. Helps us get through our attacks, like a poor person's Floodpits Drowner. We also have a Basil, Cabaretti, Loudmouth, 2 mana for a 2/2 flash. When it enters, we can tap or untap target creature. So yet another way for us to tap down a blocker to allow us to get through an attack. And then, since we're white, we get access to the cool Abzan cards that are in the Tarkir Dragonstorm set, including the old Skirmish Rhino. We're running 3 of these. Number 4 is in the sideboard. I just love the Rhinos. Such a clean, fair design, but this really gives us a good amount of aggression that I think was lacking in the Sultai version. We also get much better recursion from the graveyard in Abzan than we do in Sultai. We've got Zoraline, which allows us to just repeatedly play our 3 and under creatures from the graveyard after they die. The Yathan Roadwatcher is a 3/3 for 4 that just mills us a little bit and then puts a creature with mana value 3 or less from the graveyard onto the battlefield right away. So I think this is just better than the Honest Rusting we're running. Honest Rusting could go in this deck as well, but I like this immediate recursion of being able to put creatures onto the battlefield right away. I think it's just better in Abzan. And then we've got a couple of more top-end stuff. We've got a Disruptive Stormbrood is more interaction on the adventure side that can destroy small creatures. On the creature side, it's a big creature that destroys artifacts and enchantments. Scavenger Regiment also is a sweeper on the Omen side, and a good evasive threat that's hard to remove on the creature side. These are both excellent creatures for our deck. Now, we were running Scrap Shooters for further artifact and enchantment hate. Tonight, we're running Thrashing Brontotons instead of Scrap Shooters, because first of all, I don't like giving my opponents the card when I destroy their artifacts and enchantment. Second of all, we are running the Intrepid Paleontologist, so why not run the Brontodon? The Paleontologist lets us just recur the Brontodon from our graveyard, so we can play each of these Brontodons twice if we need to remove artifacts and enchantments. One additional piece we didn't have last time was this Q-Trub Forayer. So one thing this deck likes to do, because it can recur creatures from the graveyard, is just attack with all of its creatures every turn. Just turn everything sideways. You know, we need to get in damage where we can. So a lot of the times our creatures will be blocked and die. So I was really looking for an effect like this. The Q-Tube Forayer is 3 mana for a 3/2. When enters, choose one. You can either destroy target creature that was dealt damage this turn. So, you know, they block your Gatekeeper of Malakir with their big creature. If they think it's going to be safe, no. The Forayer comes down, puts a 3/2 body on the battlefield, destroys their blocking creature. It also can just exile 2 cards from a graveyard, which is always handy to have in a like a Zombify format. And then we've got a one of Charming Prince, which is just a good value card. It can let us scry. It can blink our Skirmish Rhinos. Just a good little 2-drop for this deck. So we're a bit lower to the ground than the Sultai version, and we've got the 3 Intrepid Paleontologists. We're running 23 lands, which really is enough to do what we need to do. Again, the mana requirements are crazy for this deck. We're trying to play triple black creatures on turn 3, while also having, you know, mana for Skirmish Rhinos and Yathans, that kind of thing. So our mana is going to be a little painful, but I think it should mostly do what we want it to do, with a little bit of cooperation from the magic gods. The sideboard includes Ademi number 3 for when there's lots of sweepers. We're predicting Crystal Barricades are really good against the red decks. We have a couple of Aven Interrupters in the main as like pseudo counter spells. I like these. Actually, wasn't that impressed with Fear of Imposters. I think this is just a better card generally, if only because the 2/2 body that it creates is a flying body, so it gets in more easily. We've got Aven Interrupter number 3 in the side. Clarion Conquerors are in the sideboard, really against Jameer, to shut down like Kaido. It's very good against that deck because they have a lot of small flyers also. Disruptive Stormbrood number 2 is here, as well as Thrashing Brontodon number 3, which can come in for creatures decks that are heavy on artifacts and enchantment. We've got Voice of Victories number 3 and 4 against those control decks that want to cast stuff at instant speed. We've got Skirmish Rhino number 4 and a Severance Priest, which I don't think is that good. It's like a discard effect, but like they get a creature back when it dies, sort of a la Skyclave Apparition that targets the hand. So I'm not really that keen on this card, but I think there might be some matches where we want a little bit more discard. So we'll just run this guy because he's Abzan. He's kind of cool. You know, I like the 3/3 Death Touch body. And then we've got a second Scavenger Regent and a Harvester of Misery for, you know, sweepers on a stick against weenie matchups where we might need that kind of effect. So that is Abzan, our Abzan creature feature. It's much more aggro, mid-rangey, aggressive than the Sultai version, and I think it's really fun. I think we're going to beat down pretty hard. So let's get to some matches in Platinum tier now on the ladder. And if you like off-meta MTG content, please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. Sem Jack Back will be our first opponent with our Abzan creature feature. Okay, and I like that we can play this Veteran Survivor on turn 1 into a Deep-Cavern Bat. That's a good hand. Okay, some kind of white deck. Let's get down our Survivor. See if it lives up to its name. Hidden Grotto. Do they just value Surveil that much that they're playing this in a mono white deck? Okay. Let's start getting our Veteran Survivor going, and let's batch ya. Witness Protection United Battlefront. We'll take United Battlefront. Alright, they stock up. Sure. Gatekeeper. Alright, let's attack. So we don't have double white for our Aven Interrupter at the moment. I think I'll just play Paleontologist. And if we can dodge this turn and keep our Paleontologist, that would be good. Another stock up. Alright, we'll attack like this. We want our Intrepid Healing Call just to be able to tap for mana. I guess we don't really need it to. Yeah, we want it to be able to tap for white so that we can cast our Aven Interrupter. Yeah, I think we'll just pass here. And now our Veteran Survivor is a 5/4 hexproof. Paladin's Arms, equipment. What is happening here? Hopeful Vigil. Create a 2/2 white vigilance. Okay. Sure. Stock up. Do I want to interrupt this stock up? I probably do. Just get this on the battlefield. So we actually have lethal here, I think. Oh no, we don't. Yeah, we do. 5, 6, 7, 8. No, not quite. Okay. I think I just attack like this. They block the 5/4. Exile that, sure. Play this tap land. So we're still holding up Ademi to blank a sweeper here. Opponent loves stocking up. Okay. I don't even know what's happening over there. They're very heavy on artifacts and enchantments, I guess. So we'll bring in Thrashy and Disruptive Stormbrood. They have equipment, so they're gonna have creatures, which means I'll keep the Gatekeeper. I'll cut the Scavenger Regent. And I'll cut the Sterling Keykeeper. Let's try this. Cool. We got a turn 2 Bat into a Warlock, which is always nice. Hopeful Vigil. Alright, there's the 2/2 Knight. Concealed Courtyard. Alright, let's bat ya. Builder's Talent. Whenever one or more non-creature, non-land permanent you control enter, put a +1 on target creature. Return target non-creature, non-land permanent. Okay, I think we'll just take stock up. I'm not really too worried about Builder's Talents yet. Alright, let's attack. And we can play our Thought-Stalker Warlock. Take the second Builder's Talents. Let's take Cryogen Relic, actually. Let's them draw right away. Okay, they have a Restless Anchorage. So they're gonna beef up their thing. We won't block. Their Knight token. Okay, we'll attack with our bat. I guess we'll just drop a Rhino here. Just gonna attack with the Anchorage, okay. Also attacking with their 3/3. Okay, we'll double block this 3/3. Alright, they kill the Rhino, that's totally fine. Because we can just get it right back. Okay, so let's play Concealed Courtyard and Roadwatcher. So we mill 4. And we'll just get back a Rhino, or do we get back a Gatekeeper? No, a Rhino. Rhino's what we want. Uh-oh. Yeah, nobody ever wants expensive viewers, that's true. Why don't the bots ever offer that? I want expensive viewers. No witnesses. Okay, so they do have sweepers. Alright, let's play Veteran Survivor plus Thrashy. Opponent stocks up, as they are wont to do. More builders' talents. Alright, let's flash in Ademi. We'll give Ademi flying. Attack. Start eating their graveyard again. Pass. Yep. A lot of builders' talent. United Battlefront, uh-huh. Assimilation Aegis. So they are going to exile my Veteran Survivor with that. Alright, let's draw a card. Land. Okay, do we want to blow up the Assimilation Aegis? Or something else? I don't think so. The Bronson's just a better attacker than the Veteran. Alright, Gatekeeper's pretty good. Nikki Sack. Make a Ademi fly. Attack. Play land. United Battlefront. No witnesses on the Ademi. Okay. So that's a big Veteran Survivor. This thing doesn't have lifelink, right? No. Okay, let us sack this witness protection. We get Ademi back. Draw land. It's very unfortunate. Alright. Need to draw something here. Like a Rhino would be clutch. Cryogen Relic. That is a big wall. Oh, it's actually big enough to attack us for lethal. Okay. We kind of bricked at the very end with several land draws in a row. That's too bad. Okay. So we're up against that, huh? I think we want Clarion Conquerors. They have a lot of, like, activation type stuff. They have those stupid walls. Maybe I do want this Sterling, Keykeeper. Maybe the Severance Priest also. The Death Touch actually could be good against those walls. Alright, so we'll cut a Veteran Survivor. I don't know how good Voice of Victory is against them. It doesn't seem like it's that good. I think we'll cut Charming Prince. We'll cut Basil too. Let's try this. Alright. I mean, we got Survivor into Bat again, and Gatekeeper is good, so we'll keep. Alright, we will that. Builder's Talent, Candy Trail, Virtue of Knowledge, and a couple sweepers. I guess I'll take Builder's Talent. Witness protection on my businessman. Alright, I need to draw action here, deck. Not lands. I guess there's a question of, oh, do I just play this as a 2-2? And I think I probably do. Play a 2-2. So we are not as good at drawing cards as our Sultai compatriots. But we have more aggressive draws. Okay, so they have sweepers in their hand. Save our Bronzodon until after they sweep. Another Bronzodon? Sure. Okay, we do get a clue. Let's draw a Bronzodon. Oh, do we not have double green? We don't. Oh man, I screwed up. I didn't pay attention to my colors. Uh-oh, that's bad. That's bad. We won't have it next turn either because I didn't play the Citadel. Oh, jeez. That's really a shame. Okay, deck. Hook me up. Rhino. That's good. Alright, let's attack with our Veteran Survivor. We'll happily trade for the 2-2 if they want to. They don't. Okay, start eating your graveyard. And I think we will play a Rhino here. They level up their thing. Starfield Vocalist. So they're doubling up triggers is what they're trying to do. This thing has vigilance, no block. The Forager. Oh yeah, the Forager. We'll exile no witnesses, I guess. Alright, play our forayer. Destroy that creature. So they do have another sweeper in hand. Wait, I meant to destroy the token. Oh my god, I'm so dumb. I meant to destroy the token, not the wall. All right, let's play a Brontodon, which I can't even activate because I don't have untapped mana. Oh man, mistakes were made. Mistakes were made. Okay, let's attack with our dudes. They block the survivor. Play another Brontodon. No block. Alright, let's get rid of the builder's talent. And let's get rid of Hopeful Vigil. Or the Candy Trail. Whenever it's put into a graveyard, scry 2. When enter is created, 2/2 white. Yeah, we'll get rid of the Candy Trail. Okay. Thought-Stalker Warlock. Let's play that. Mickey discard. I don't know if I can beat their exile zone though. That's the problem. We need to draw some good stuff. Gatekeeper would be good. Virtue of Knowledge. So just doubling up their triggers? Sure, we'll double block. Okay, deck. Voice of Victory, that's a good one. Simulation Aegis. Exile our thing. I'm not feeling great about it. They're pretty well set up now, so whatever they do... Okay, that's a great draw. Get back what, though? Bat? Probably a bat, actually. or a Rhino? That is a question. I think it's got to be a bat. Disrupt your hand. Builder's Talent, Battlefront, Dragoons. Alright, we'll take Battlefront. Another Builder's Talent. They top deck a United Battlefront. Alright, yeah, opponent just drew the nuts. Okay. Yeah, I think we're dead. We're toast here. We can attack for 1 with our bat. Gain a life. More bandits talents. Or builders talents, rather. Alright, we don't have a card that can come back from this, so we'll just do GG's. Too bad. We came close, but just too much value over there. Soothslayer the Brilliant will be on the play. Okay, yeah. That looks pretty good. We'll keep. Get a turn 1 survivor. Commercial District binning kickoff celebrations. That's a start your engines card. So they look like some kind of aggro deck, maybe. They have Voice of Victory. Esper Oranges. Into our veteran survivor. Okay. They really need that value, I guess. Because we just get to eat it right away. And what do we want to do here? Could just play a Brontodon. I think I want to play a Black Source, though, so that I can Malakir if I need to next turn. If they play a creature. So now they are feeling like they gotta kill my veteran survivor. There's no other cards in the graveyard at the moment. Kickoff celebration. You may discard a card if you do draw 2 cards. Oh, they discarded a FOMO. Okay. Well, we'll happily eat that FOMO. They're not playing sweepers, right? I think I'll just play a Thrashy. Overlord. Can't hit my survivor. It's Voice of Victory? Okay. Sure. Thought-Stalker Warlock is good. Let's attack. You're at 2. We don't need to eat that. We'll play our Thought-Stalker. And Thought sees you. FOMO Overlord Yuna. Let's take Yuna. Opponent scoops. Okay, so Yuna. We want Disruptive Stormbrood and Thrashy. We want Scavenging Ooze. I think that's about it. We'll cut Basil. Voice Victory isn't that great against them. It's okay. We'll cut one. Maybe we want another Aven Interrupter. Flyers are good. Cut Charming Prince. Is Scavenger Regent good? It's okay. I don't know. Maybe it's not that good. Yeah, we'll cut Scavenger Regent. Try like this. This hand's kind of slow. I do like Thrashing Brontodon. Is this keepable? I think we'll keep. See how it goes. Alright, we'll play a tap land. FOMO. Now, hot take. I wouldn't be sad if this card ended up being banned on Monday. I don't think it's going to. But I think this card, you just get so much for the 2 mana. For 2 mana, it's just way, way too much. Okay, what do we want to do here? Let's play a Veteran Survivor. And a Verge. I might sack my Thrashy to get rid of FOMO. If for 2 mana, it's just so much. Why is this card so good? Whenever it attacks... we'll take this. Alright, another one of those guys. We don't have double green. Okay. They let my attack through. That means that I can Warlock in Thoughtseize mode. Kill the Survivor. We get 2 Thoughtseize. Kick off Celebration, split up Yuna. Well, we'll take Yuna for sure. There's going to be more Yuna decks in the post-VV world, that's for sure. We'll take this. Sandstep Citadel. This is a tap land, so... Alright, they're gonna torch our thing. Do we play this so that we can Thrashy next turn? I don't think so. I think we just want to play our dude and get some bodies on the battlefield. Yeah, let's get a Scavenging Ooze. How about that? Although we only have 1 green mana currently. There's an Overlord. Okay, Gatekeeper's real good. So I think we will shock in this land. We'll kick our Gatekeeper. Get rid of the FOMO. Let's eat FOMO. Attack for 6. Overlord. Let's kill our stews. Alright, Gatekeepers are great. Just do this again? Oh, I'll get back a Rhino. Yeah, we'll take a Rhino. Drain ya. I love Rhinos. Just good, clean, fair magic design. Alright, opponent scoops it up. Alright, we destroyed Yuna. That felt good. Brew City MTGO will be our next opponent. With our Abzan creature feature, will be on the play. You think Vav is a little pushed? It's really, really good. This is a one-lander with a bunch of veteran survivors. I mean, it's nice that we would be able to play our 3/1 drops. Is it possible we can keep this? Nah, we should mulligan. We should mulligan. Alright, this is not an exciting hand, but we'll keep it. We'll bottom. Probably a multiversal passage. Oh, Leyline of Resonance. You really, most of the time, should mulligan one-landers. Gene Pollinator, Leyline of Resonance, what's happening? I feel like this Sterling Keykeeper is going to be important. Against Leyline of Resonance deck. Probably just have to tap down whatever creature looks like it's going to attack every turn. Ancestor's Aid. No lock. Gold Rush. It's funny, like this card, this is another card that I would be happy if they banned. I don't think they're going to, but like, what a silly card. Oh, so are we just dead now? Practically. I mean, they did spend their whole hand, 17. Are we actually just dead here? Yeah, it looks like it. Okay. Well, that was a fun game of Magic. Nice card. Nice card, Wizards. Turn 2. Well, not much you can do against that, really. If they're killing you on turn 2, I could have blocked, I guess. Is there anything in the sideboard that's helpful? Maybe Severance Priest? Maybe Scavenger Regent or Harvester of Miseries? Something that can kill their creatures when they're not buffed. Disruptive Stormbrood also can kill the things like on our turn when they're not getting all buffed up. So we'll just make like cut that, cut a voice. Yeah, let's cut these guys. Maybe cut the Forayer. Let's try this. Alright. We have a 1-drop we can play. Gatekeeper is good if we can get to it. I think that our tapper dude would have been great in that last game if we had survived to turn 3. I would have just tapped down their creature every single turn. Alright, here's the veteran survivor. Llanowar elves. Alright, let's attack. They have the leyline again. Alright, can you turn to us again, opponent? Let's find out. Another Gatekeeper, I'll keep that for sure. I like our chances if we don't die right here. They have double mites. Alright, let's attack. Gatekeeper. The opponent only has 2 cards in hand. Gold Rush. Okay, they don't have trample. They are doing a lot of damage, though. And we'll block the 11/11. Interrupter. Alright. Take another Gatekeeper. Sneaky sack. Attack. Start eating your graveyard, I guess. Can they win with 2 cards in hand and a 1/1? I mean, this 1/1 gets really huge. They have, like, all the mana they could possibly want. Okay, no... They just pass. Let's attack. Take it. That. Alright, let's play a Rhino. Again, I'm putting myself in danger. I could have just held up Interrupter. Alright, they pass. Just attack. Alright, they're down to 1. Pass. I don't know, I probably should have played a blocker there. I'm holding up Interrupter, but I don't know if that's going to be enough to save me. Okay. Lane Interrupter. Okay. The glass cannon. So now what do I want to do? Yeah, I like the Rhinos, I guess. I guess let's get in another Thrashy. I think we need Zoraline. Yeah, even Interrupter isn't really that good against them. Well, if they have the Leyline. If they don't have the Leyline, it's good. I think I'll cut 1, though. Because I like my more aggressive creatures. And my Rhinos. Okay. I'm going to keep this. Bat. is good disruption. 3 games in a row they have the Leyline in their opener. I mean, they mulliganed last game, but games 1 and 3 they just had it. So we'll see. We'll see if we can survive. All right. Malakir is good. Stormcatch Mentor. Alright, I think I'll just kill that. Another Mentor. Ancestors Aid. Doubled. $17-13, yeah, seems fair. Okay. Well, we're down to 2. So I think we bat. Take your last card. It's another Leyline. Sure. We can Malakir next turn. And they draw another Leyline. Okay. Yeah, we're blocking. Okay. Malakir. Kick. Do your guy. Okay, let's attack. Play a Rhino. Drain you. Yeah, they seem to have, well, all Leyline of Resonance decks have the problem of being, you know, relatively short on creatures. Opponent's deck seems particularly to have that problem. There's some Paleontologists. Charming Prince blink our Rhino. That's why Leyline of Resonance is such a stupid card, and I don't understand why they ever printed it. Because it's like... it just creates these, like, non-games, you know? It's like, either they have the full combo, and, like, you pretty much just lose, or if the tiniest bit of disruption, or they don't have it, and, like, the deck does nothing. It just makes for bad games. Okay. Opponent scoops. Toasted G1 will be our next opponent. They are mighty, but are they mighty enough to withstand the Abzan creature feature? Okay, sure. We'll draw green mana at some point, right? Charming Prince and Basil. Is that good enough? I think it's good enough. We can get a scry with the Prince to try and find a green source. We'll keep this. Alright. Tap land, go. So it could be the Battle Crier deck. Alright, let's just scry. Multiversal Passage. Okay, we'll leave that on top. Fresh starts. -5, -0, and loses all abilities. Okay, sure. Let's play this on green. Play our Paleontologist. People are, digging the enchantment removal these today. Game 1, it was the Witness Protections. The blue enchantment removal. So Llanowar Elf. Okay, so they're ramping. No problem there. We'll attack. Gonna block with Llanowar Elf. No, they don't. Alright, so we get to Thought-Seize you. Case of the Locked Hothouse. When you look at the top card of your library anytime you play lands and creatures. Alright, we'll take the Bloompine Regent. So they are going to get this down to 3, 4, 5. They don't have 7 lands yet, though. They will in a couple of turns. We also can Disruptive Stormbrood, get rid of this fresh start. Oh, opponent, please don't rope us. Okay, there's the case. More elves. So the case is solved. You may play... Oh, it also lets you play an additional land. Okay. Voice of Victory. Alright, let's get rid of this enchantment. Attack you with the Thought-Stalker Warlock. You want to double block with your elves. Totally fine by me if you want to do that. They don't. Alright, well, let's kick our Gatekeeper. Make you sack. Attack with our dudes. Okay. Oh, I could have like played another creature there, but I attacked with my Paleontologist instead. They have nothing in hand, and they're still just like wasting time. So. There. Oh, okay. Opponent does want to play. So let's. I don't know. Rhino them. Tap down one of their guys. We've never played Basil yet, so let's do this. Tap one of your elves. Alright, attack with the team. Pure seasoning. They could draw like a I think we're in good shape. They could draw like an unexpected explosion, ill-timed explosion or something. I don't know. And wipe my board, but then I still have like a lot of creatures in my hand and they have no cards. So I think we got this one. If they deign to let the match end. Okay. So... Teamer... What are they even doing? Oh, they're like dragon. They're ramping. Alright, Stormbrood. Maybe just a Stormbrood and a Thrashy. I feel like my main board is pretty good against what they're trying to do. I'll cut a Basil. Although he was the MVP there. Cut one of these guys. Let's try this. Okay. Cool, we can Veteran Survivor into Bat. That's good. Into Warlock. Here's Llanowar. Alright, let's see if they want to trade. I will happily trade. They don't. So, we will... Shock again. Bat. Fresh start. Choco Row Racetrack. Whenever I land, get a bird. Zaz's Chocodo Mossborn Hydra. I think I'll take the Mossborn Hydra. Yeah, there's Zaz's Chocobo. Alright, let's attack. They flashed my bats. Alright, I guess we're shocking again. Warlock, we get to Thought Seize You. Yeah, I'll take that. No block. Voice of Victory. Alright, let's attack with our Survivor. You wanna block? Okay, good. And let's surveil. You don't need more land, thank you. Play this voice. Okay. We need to find another Malakir, another Gatekeeper. We're passing. Fresh start on my thing. Okay. Sure. Ah, that's so annoying. Alright, we'll block with one of these creatures. I guess. Now the voice still generates a bunch of tokens. Now we'll just take 4. Let's draw a removal spell. No. Scavenger Regent. That's a good one. Oh, he loses his abilities, including his mobilize. Oops. Okay. I was thinking he would still get to mobilize, but no, he's just a... whatever he is. 1/1. Alright, let's interrupt that. I think we're just gonna try to outrace them. They clearly should attack with their bird, right? Because they can't block the Warlock anyway. Now, I guess there is some question about, do I play this as a dragon? Yes, I play it as a dragon. Clearly. We're racing. There's the Hydra. Roiling Dragonstorm. Okay, wasn't expecting that. They kept a card in hand. That's a good draw. Okay, so now we attack like this. Rope ASMR, yeah. So YouTube gets the benefit of having all this stuff cut out. Oh, okay, I'm dumb. I thought that was 10 damage. It's not. So let's play this guy and get a Rhino. A Rhino, please? There we go. Yes, thank you very much. GG's. Drain for 2. Okay, we got there. Against Landfall. Jeremy 64, the Brilliant, will be our final match with our Abzan creature feature. More on the aggro to mid-rangey side, this version. And yeah, we got 1 drops, 2 drops, we'll keep. Alright, let's deploy our veteran survivor. I don't like the way they're scrolling over it. Tragic trajectory, okay. So, is this like just Demir? Could be. Alright, let's flash in, or shock in. Voice of Victory. Quantum Riddler. Opponent is not doing fear. Are they gonna like flicker it or something? Of course. Okay. What do we want to do here? We can tap it down. I like tapping it down. Getting an attack. Play this on black. More Riddlers. Gonna cheat it again? Of course. Pretty good draw from double Quantum Riddler, double Splash Portal. Okay. Not bad at all. Let's attack. Let's Thought Seize you. Another Quantum Riddler with a Splash Portal. Or another Splash... Yeah, wow. That's pretty gross. Take the Riddler number 3, I guess. Because we can't beat 3 4/6 flyers. We're actually just dead to them next turn unless we find something. I could jump with the Interrupter. Alright, they may phase their Drowner. I'm gonna flash it back. Okay, and we can block with the Aven Interrupter. No, we're actually just dead, right? Yeah. Okay. Well, opponent had, like... If they could have chosen their top cards of their library, they would have chosen that. Okay, let's get Severance Priest. Let's get all of our Voice of Victories. think I want my second Scavenger Regent. I don't know. We just have to hope they don't have a draw like that, basically. Because we will lose if they do. Yeah. Let's cut Basil. Maybe the Disruptive Stormbrood doesn't do much. Let's cut one of these guys. Cut an Ademi. I don't think they're really killing anything. They're just like tempoing stuff. Alright, let's get a Disruptive draw here. Yeah, I don't think that's keepable. That's a mulligan. It just doesn't do anything. Alright, this also doesn't do much. We'll keep it. We'll bottom a Roadwalker. At least here we can Gatekeeper on turn 2 and Thought-Stalker on 3, maybe? Maybe that does something? Yeah, I think we're just playing this as a 2-2. Unfortunately. Because we want to enable Thoughtseize mode. We want to start attacking. Alright, let's attack with our dude. Drowner. Okay. So let's play this land and Voice of Victory. Awesome, good. They just have it again. Yep. See, this is what happens when you play fair. You get beaten by the degeneracy. Okay. Well. We can't attack. So let's just play a Rhino. Drain you. Quantum Riddler is definitely like a problematic card for us. Gigantic flyer. Since we're playing all creatures, we don't have access to cards like Paw Patch, Formation, etc., that kind of thing. If we were playing non-creatures, we would obviously have removal spells, you know. Okay, let's attack. Gonna double block the Rhino. They didn't take any damage? Yeah, they took damage, right? From the Gatekeeper. So we get to Thoughtseize you. They can just hard cast the Quantum Riddler now. So I guess we'll just take that. Play another Vav. And I don't think we're gonna win this race. Ooh, Ademi, that's pretty good. I don't think it's enough. Just take it. Splash Portal. Gonna blink their thing, draw 2 cards. Play another creature. Okay, we'll play a Ademi. And I think we're just dead. I don't know. We'll see. Give it flying. Maybe we got it. We'll see. Actually, I think we got it. Because this guy has menace also. Okay. Phew, just barely won that race. Alright, I want Clarion Conquerors. I want Flyers. Let's get our Stormbroods in. Aven Interrupter. Ademis. Okay, 6 cuts. Are Bronzodons good? I don't think they're that good. 4 more cuts. Yeah, let's cut the Bronzodons. I like the Forayer as a surprise way to kill a Riddler. So maybe I'm cutting Paleontologist. Let's cut the Roadwatcher and maybe a Rhino. Now let's go down 1 Veteran Survivor. We'll try it like this. Yeah, this hand looks good. Voice of Victory is good. I mean, we'll see how nutty their hand is, but there's no way I can mulligan this. Intimidation Tactics. Takes my Vav. We'll keep a land. Alright, let's play our Paleontologist. Gonna kill spell for it. Bitter Triumph, okay. Alright, let's go for a Rhino. Train you. Nothing? Move to combat. Do I even want to play this guy? I don't think so. Yeah, we'll play this guy, sure. Tapper guy. They might have a sweeper. They're kind of acting like they have a sweeper. Tragic Trajectory. Okay. Attack. Play a tap land. Go. A shock. Alright, let's attack. They're gonna activate their Restless Reef, it looks like. Okay, yeah, block by Rhino, Q-Trub Forayer. Blow up your reef. I think I'll save this as a dragon. Okay. Since I drew that, I think I'll actually just kill this thing. Three steps ahead. Alright, let's interrupt 3 steps ahead. That's pretty sick, actually. Means we have a lethal attack next turn. And they have a 3 steps ahead in their exile zone. Okay. Spyglass Siren. So it costs them actually 4 to do the counterspell mode on this, which they won't be able to do if they crack their thing. Okay, they're just gonna splash portal their Siren. So they don't have access to their counterspell. Alright, they got a Drowner on top. Alright, let's draw some interactive spell here, please. Attack with our Forayer. They have to block. Play a Veteran Survivor. Alright, they're gonna draw 2, discard 1. You draw land. Drowner. They block. Magic Trajectory. Alright, deck, come on. There we go. Board discard a card. It'll be pretty hard for them. Alright, attack with Regent. Pass. Drowner. Cannot pay the ward. Siren. Use a jump blocker. They draw a land. Okay. Another Regent. So we just X equals 1. And that's GG. Alright, got there against Flicker Control. That was looking grim in game 1, but we got there. Okie doke, our final result with our Abzan version of this creature feature concept was a 4-1, which is cool. I really like this deck. I think I like this version better than the Sultai version, because Voice of Victory is a great card. Veteran Survivor is a great card. Yeah, I just think the white pieces are so powerful. I like them better than the blue. I don't think, like, Diversion Unit is okay. Fear of Imposters isn't that great. Like, Floodpits Drowner is really good, but we didn't miss the combat control all that much. I'm questioning whether Basil and Sterling Keykeeper should be in the deck. We didn't really get to see any of them do anything particularly relevant. But I think, like, we seem to be okay without the Floodpits Drowner as far as winning combats, just because we do get on the board earlier and we're a little chunkier, so it's not like we need to tempo our opponent out. We can actually just beat them down pretty well. So I kind of like the Sterling Keykeeper. I could see keeping in 1 copy. I would maybe cut the Basil for possibly a second Charming Prince, because, like, we are lacking in card draw and selection in this deck. Like, our card advantage basically is the ability to replay stuff from our graveyard, which we can do better than the Sultai version can. That's our card advantage. I think having a second Charming Prince, both for some more flicker value on the Rhinos, as well as for, you know, they're kind of our card draw, the Scry 2 that they provide. I think I would cut Basil and add a second Charming Prince. But other than that, I think the deck did pretty well, and I'm pleased with it. I don't know what else I would change. You know, we ran into really weird matchups, so it's hard to say. Like, in testing, like, I got crushed by Demir one time, but I beat Mono Red a couple of times. I think the deck is good against Mono Red due to the, like, Skirmish Rhino and our huge presence on the ground. The only really meta deck that we faced tonight was Yuna, and we destroyed it, so that's good. And we managed to scrape by wins in 3 other weird matches, so I'm very pleased with the performance of this deck. A little minor tweaking maybe to taste, But overall, I think it's good. I like the aggression. I love being able to play Veteran Survivor. This is one of my favorite one drops in the whole format. If this like catches someone and they're not ready, a one drop that turns into a 5/4 hexproof is really, really strong. I think it's a great card, and of course, Voice of Victory is like a goated card in Standard currently. Anyway, I had a lot of fun playing Abzan Creature Feature. Hope you enjoyed watching me play it. If you did and you like off-meta MTG content, please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. I stream MTG on my Twitch channel every Tuesday and Friday. There's a link to the Twitch channel in the description if you want to come check out the action in real time. So I bid you all enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll catch you next time.